Hello, 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 hello. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be around the world. My name is Mia, and welcome to my channel again. I'm so excited to be here today with you guys, and I have another message, and I know that it's gonna relate to who's supposed to relate to, you know, whoever this message is for or group of people that is for. And but before we start, I just want to say thank you for all that have subscribed to my channel. I just want to say you guys are really wonderful, and I'm so glad that the universe uh, has sent you guys my way, my people that I can relate to my way, and that are part of this family, this soul family. So, but before I get into the message, oh, Memorial Day weekend is here. Memorial Day is here. So I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, nice weekend, and just do what you want to do. You know, why don't you just do something that you have never done before, but you always wanted to do? Just do it this weekend. Okay. Summer is already here, so we didn't really have a spring at all. So, and you guys make sure that you get your house prepped up to stay cool, things like that. And if you have pets, because it's really, really gonna be hot this year, very hot. So, anyway, we're gonna be talking about spirituality today, and why spirituality is part of us, and why it's something that naturally is, and we came here as that, so I truly don't know where to begin, how to begin this message here. So okay, spirituality is is because we are spiritual. We are, after all, we are spiritual beings on a physical voyage. Okay, so we were never physical. So spirituality is really not something that is taught like religion. Okay, it's not. It just is. Like I said, we are spiritual. But what happened is, when people are born, they forget. They forget that they are spiritual because they are so seduced by the matrix, by this physical world, that most people truly forget their true self and who they are. Okay, so this is why a lot of people adopt, like, religion and things like that. You see, but and then with this religion, they try to give spirituality like a name. Like, it's paganism, is this and that, and that is not true at all, because spirituality doesn't have any name. It just is. You know and this is why, they say it's spiritual beings. It's the way of being. So this is who we are. So those that are chosen, there are many people that are chosen. And this is why they say many are called, but few are chosen. So they are, those chosen, the chosen one are called to get into certain spiritual position that no one else wants to do. Okay, crucial positions. Okay, and so the chosen ones, if you have that calling, okay, called to do if you were called to be chosen, beside that, it is something that you already knew before you came here into the spiritual world, into this physical world. Okay, you have a purpose, a mission to come here to do certain things. So this is why the chosen one, when they get to a certain point in their life, they're basically awakening. They're awakening to their true self. Okay, but the awakening doesn't come that easy. Okay, because the chosen one go through a lot of things in life, a lot of hell, a lot of devastated situation, a lot of storm, and so on and so on. Okay, the chosen one, then they didn't have a good life at all. Okay, when I say they didn't have a good life, I'm not talking about materialist in a material way. Maybe they have, but those are the people that, I mean, that's been to hell and back. Those are people that met the devil, had supper with the devil at the same table, you know? So after a while, these people have, those chosen one, they have to awakening to their true self because of the mission they have here. They came here to do in this realm, in this physical realm. Their purpose, their calling. And so once they are awakening to their true self, they come to understand that they are spiritual. That they not just became spiritual. They were always spiritual. But it's just that a lot of things got in the way. Okay? So when this happened, when they're awakening to their true self, um, when the chosen people or anybody are awakening, usually something triggers them to awakening, pushes them to awakening. You see, because the work that they have to do is so big, it's so important that they have to awakening. Because through the awakening, this is where they're healed from whatever they need to heal from. Because a chosen one can never walk into their destiny without being healed. Because not only it cannot be, but if that was the if that was the, like, like the purpose of them not being healed, those wounds, those unhealed um wounds can become an obstacle, a blockage, into what they need, to get done, the work that they have, the work that they have to do. Okay, so this is why it's so crucial that for them to be healed, to shed everything that no longer serve them, to shed certain ways, like things that comes with the matrix, the brainwashing and things like that, and for them to purge, you know but these things only happen through the universe timing. Okay, so what triggers somebody to remember who they are, to remember that they are spiritual being, just having a human, having a physical experience? What triggers them? Anything, like it could be a relationship. Most likely it could be from a if they run into, the twin, twin flames, or it could be a certain incident that took place and things like that, something that triggers them to shake them into waking up. You see, because some people, uh the universe was after you for the last 20, 30 years, trying to wake you up, trying to send you certain people to wake you up, but a lot of people, either they did not wanted to wake up, or they didn't understand, they had no uh interest of waking up, or they just didn't know what it was, period. You see? So after all, you have free will. You choose. Do you want to accept? You want to accept your calling and walk into your destiny, or you just want to reject it? You see? So, but after a while, but since some people a position to do certain work, because they are qualified. I'm talking about spiritually. These beings are qualified to do certain position, to be in certain position, and to do the job. Okay, let's just say these beings are the only one that can get the job done. Okay, so the universe will give you a little push to trigger you. Okay, to trigger you into awakening, into the awake to your awakening. This is where the healing comes in. Okay, the healing, which is the shadow work. Okay, the dark side of you. Okay, things like memories that's been buried for half a centuries or a long time, things, unfinished business, things you never dealt with, things that you thought that if you could just bury them, forget about it, they're gonna go away magically by themselves, you see. And then there goes the universe, and there goes you being in a situation that triggers you and to wake you up, wake the hell out of you. And let me tell you something. Once you wake up, you cannot go back to sleep. It's not possible. It's not possible. Because it's like, once you leave that box, it's impossible to go back into the box. You know, just like when that priest was asking Jesus, was telling Jesus um about being born again, and by the way, the Bible, I mean not the Bible, the religion itself twisted and things like that and copy it. Okay, they call it being born again, which is what it is, but not in a religious way. Okay, so how can ask Jesus, how can a grown person go back inside their mother's stomach? you know so this is the same thing. So once you're awakening, you cannot, it's impossible to go backwards, it's impossible to go back to sleep. you know so then the healing starts. And then you start to remember. Okay, and so this is why it's so important to heal. If you want to remember, you starting to remember who you are, what you're doing here, what you came here to do. Okay, then your mission is revealed to you. Your life purpose, you understand now. You see everything. Okay, you're starting to know everything. So basically, it's like school. It's a higher soul level school. Because you trying to you trying to find your higher self. Yeah, you in that journey. Okay, you in that journey. So, and also the healing can consist of, for people that's been through trauma, and that were toxic, because they grew up in a toxic household, they had toxic family. And once people grew up in the toxic environment, they don't know any better. They don't know this is toxic. They don't know they are toxic. They think it's normal. But it's when you started to grow, to go through that healing, then you started to understand and you see clearly now, and you like, man, wait a minute. But for the longest time, you felt like something just wasn't right. You probably felt something just wasn't right with your family. Something just wasn't right with your spouse or whoever, your friends. You could not get your hands on it. But once you start to heal, and you in that spiritual journey, then you started to have a better understanding why you felt the way that you did. So once you remember who you are, which is a spiritual being, a soul being. Okay, we are soul. Just like the animals, they are soul. That's who we are. Yeah, that's who we are. So just like us, we have a vehicle. The animals do too. And I have to make a video about us being animals too. We are animals as well. But what you call animals, like the pig, the cows, and things like that, and you don't think that they have a soul, they do, because they are soul. Like us, they're just occupying a different body, the different shape, and their own language. You see, so then we started to understand all of this. But when we're not awakening, and we don't go through that spiritual journey, okay, we see everything physical. We cannot see with our spiritual eyes, and that's another thing. When you start to heal and you're on your journey, you then you get another pair of eyes, which are spiritual eyes. So you start looking at things to the spiritual eyes. Okay, you started looking at things the way God will see things. Okay, because you are no longer operating in the physical. You are no longer seeing things like the physical person would. Okay, so your understanding, you started to have another understanding, you see, and things like that, and so on and so on, and because you are awakening. Okay, so you are awakening, so everything about you change is changing. Those beings that are in the spiritual journey, okay, they change. They're not the same, and this is why you no longer can interact with certain people. You no longer get along with certain people. A lot of people no longer, like they don't get you anymore. And you look at these people like they're total strangers to you. You no longer relate to these people. You probably have no love anymore for these people. It's not like you hate them, but you just don't feel anything for them, because you are a different being. That's who you are, you know? So to that awakening become the crucial healing part when you actually dealing with the hurt from the past. You dealing with your demons. You're dealing with whatever you went through, but you have to heal through that. You have to. And but once you start doing those things, this journey will continue till you transition to the next life. You see? But the crucial part that allows you to be in this spiritual journey to begin with is done in the beginning. And that's when you wake up and you have another understanding of what's going on, of who you are and things like that. So don't think that don't listen to people that saying, you are weird and things like that. You're no longer the same person. You're not. You're totally different person. And the other part is that when you start awakening to your true self, which is your being, your spiritual being, which is who you are. Okay, it's not, like I said, it's not something you adopted or you earned when you were you this is you were always that, but you just forgot to all like I said, the trauma you've been through, all the stuff you've been through in your life. Okay, and that, because once you start changing, it's also gonna enhance your physical body as well. Because a lot of people that are in this spiritual journey, the one that made it, because a lot of people don't make it to the awakening process. A lot of people don't make it. Yeah, because it's rough. But those that made it, they tell you it's not just spiritually you are transforming, but also your physical body. Okay, you'd say, a lot of people would say, certain things they used to have in their body, they heal from it. Certain diseases, they just disappeared. Okay, because of the transformation. Okay, but like I say, you have to um you have to be chosen. You have to be called. You have to mainly, yeah, you have to be chosen and accept this mission. It's not something, it's not a mission that everybody has upon their life. Okay, you came here knowing what you were supposed to do. But like I said, when you were born into this matrix, this physical realm, being tempted and being seduced by everything in the world, you forgot. You forgot. So I hope that, there'll be more video on this subject, you know, and I hope this message, truly helps someone out there that they really needed to hear this, you know. So this is, so don't worry if you no longer relate to certain people. Don't worry if you no longer look at these people once you used to love them and now you feel as though they're strangers and you don't know why. It's because you are no longer the same. Like I say, you're no longer the same. You have transformed. Yeah. And naturally certain things would just leave you, things that to hinder you in the past. Those things no longer hindering you, certain things that used to affect you no longer affecting you. People personality change, people become better throughout this transformation. Okay, because it's like it's upgrade. It's just like when a computer constantly, you in order for like the computer to function and to be in tune and to function well, it just gotta every now and then you have to download certain things, and that computer have to keep on getting the upgrades. It's the same thing with our physical body, which is this machine. It's a machine. So to have the upgrades, it helps this physical body to function better. And the upgrades, you get that to the spiritual, to the spirit. So everything can function well, everything can be in tune. Okay, guys. So that's all I have to say about this subject here. And like I said, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy your Memorial Day, and don't forget to subscribe. Like the video. Okay, it's free. Just like the video. Okay, and I just want to say a special shout out to those that have sent me a donation. I really appreciate it. Okay, it goes right back into the channel. Okay, and also the way to contact me will be in the description box. Okay, if you want to email me, just go to the contact on my on the my channel profile, and you see my email there. You can email me if you like. Okay, and comment below. Comment below. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.